All right, my Algebra 1 kids, you are some super duper factorers at this point, and we're going to up the ante. We're going to run you through this one more time just so you can see what's going on. Remember, if we have 1 in front of the x squared, it's not a big deal. I'm just using this number, negative 12. And what factors of 12 are 1 apart? Well, you guys know that's 3 and 4. And the next thing that we know about this is the signs do have to be different, right? Hence the negative 12. And we're trying to get positive 1. So I need positive 4 and negative 3. So for this one, I don't have to use factor by grouping. So I don't want to have to because factor by grouping will get me to the answer, but it just takes a little bit longer. So that's how we do our factoring. And the next one, notice we do have a 9 tacked on front, right? That's our a value. So I'm going to have to deal with factor by grouping in this one. 9 times 4 does give me 36. It's positive, so I want the factors of 36 that add up to 12. Well, 1 and 36 don't do it. 2 and 18 don't do it. 3 and 12 won't do it. 4 and 9, now that's close. It's 13. How about 6 and 6? That'll do it. The signs are the same. They're both negative. All right, so now we have to do this true factor by grouping the whole way through. So here's what it looks like. 9x squared minus 6x again plus 4. And now we're looking for a GCF. 9 and 6 both divisible by 3. They have some x's, so 3x minus 2. I need that 3x minus 2 one more time. All right, so I get a couple things to point out here. I do need a sign changer, so I have to take out negative. 6 divided by 3 is 2. 4 divided by 2 is 2, so it gets a 2. GCFs are going to go together. So 3x minus 2, and I also need a 3x minus 2. Okay, so I might see this answer listed as 3x minus 2 squared. Okay, so either of those would be acceptable for this one. All right, so we keep upping the ante here. So I get 10 times 4. Well, 10 times 4 is going to be 40. In this case, it's negative 40. So what factors of 40 are 3 apart? Well, hopefully you're thinking of 5 and 8. If not, remember you can work by saying, well, it was 4 and 10. So if I double and halve, and I could go either way with this, I can double and halve the other way. But that the idea of doubling and halving, that's going to get us where we want to be. We want to get positive 3, so I need positive 8 and negative 5. So those are the numbers I'm going to drop in the middle. So 10x squared minus 5x plus 8x minus 4. And then we can work with our GCF, factor by grouping. So 5x and 10x squared, well, that's 5x. So that's going to give me 2x minus 1. I need 2x minus 1 again. So that means I must be dividing by 8 divided by 2 is 4. 4 divided by 1 is 4. Okay, the sign does not change, so it'd be positive 4. So we'll put our GCFs together, 5x plus 4 and 2x minus 1. Remember, I can always check these by foiling that back together. But I think I'm doing okay, so I'm not going to foil that just yet. But if you have any concerns, definitely foil it. 8 times negative 3, well, that's negative 24. Then I want to make sure that I want the ones that are 2 apart. All right, so that's what, 3 and 8, 1 and 24 doesn't do it, 2 and no. So 4 and 6, all right, 4 and 6 are the numbers we want. Positive 6 and negative 4, why do we want that? Because this results in positive 2, that's what we want in the middle. So 8x squared minus 4x plus 6x minus 3. GCF, all right, so 8 and 4 both divisible by 4. They both have an x. So I'm going to get this 2x minus 1. I need 2x minus 1 again. So 6 divided by 2 is 3. And I do not want to change the sign, so I'll make it positive 3. So 4x plus 3 and 2x minus 1 for my final factored answer. All right, so a couple numbers scare me when we do things like this. 6 is one of them, which seems really innocent. And this one makes negative 30. And this is the other one that scares me just a little bit. Sounds silly for me to say that, but it's the truth. Because I can make 13 in 2 different ways with 30, but I have to remember that I'm subtracting. So I want to make sure that I use 15 and 2, and I want positive 13, so positive 15 minus 2. because that's what's going to give me positive 13 in the end. Now, surely I could, and it crosses my mind to use 10 and 3 because that makes sense because it's 13. But in this case, the signs have to be different. So this would only result in 7 in one way or another, and that's not what we want. So that's why 30 is kind of a tricky one. So I do want to keep my 15 and 2 because the signs have to be different. So 3x squared plus 15x minus 2x minus 10. And then we're going to work with our factor by grouping. So 3x, so I'll get x plus 5. I need x plus 5, so I need a sign changer. So it's definitely negative. And 2 divided by 1 is 2. 10 divided by 5 is 2. So here we are. Now we should be looking at our answer. 3x minus 2 times x plus 5. All right, so 30. That's kind of a tricky one. So keep in mind that we have a couple of ways to do that. All right. Now we just start getting into some larger numbers. I'd really like to use the GCF to get these numbers down, but 17 is not going to help here. So 6 times 12, well, 6 times 10 is 60, and I need 6 times 2 is 12. 72 is the number. What might I do next? I'm trying to find the number, the factors of 72 that give me 17. Well, it came from 6 and 12, so I can think about like doubling and halving. So half of 6 is 3, so 24. I'm going in the wrong direction here. That's not really helping. But it does help me to identify that there's another 3 in 24. So I might use 9 and 8. 9 and 8. And since we're adding, that'll get me my 17. So those work out. So sometimes just saying the numbers differently might help out to find the next factor or set of factors that we can use. All right, so let's squeeze those in here. 9x squared, or I'm sorry, 6x squared plus 9x plus 8x plus 12. All right, so 3x, we'll get 2x plus 3. I need 2x plus 3 again. The sign does not change this time, but 8 divided by 2 is 4, and 12 divided by 3 is 4, so that works out. That should look like a 3. All right, 3x plus 4 and 2x plus 3. Again, at any point, I can check and FOIL these and get the answer that, or what we started with to check those out. All right, let's see what we got next here. We got 4 times 20. It's going to stay positive, so I'm dealing with 80. And I'm trying to get 21. Ooh, man, that's a tough one. All right, so let's just deal with it this way. So if I have 4 and 20, so let's double one and halve the other. So let's see what happens. I'm going to double the 4 to 8. So that means you need half of the 20 to get 10. That didn't get me where I need to go. So let's try it one more time. Let's double the 8 to get 16. So half of 10 is 5. And you see we accidentally stumbled across the answer right there. Right? This is not normal. I don't normally think of 16 and 5 multiplied gives me 80, but those are definitely the factors I needed. They're both going to be negative based on the signs that are set up here. Okay, so that's that idea of doubling and halving we've talked about quite a bit, kind of informally, just in working with some of our warm-up problems, but it was intentional, believe it or not, because I knew at some point we were going to start doing this, and it's a great way to find extra factors. All right, 4x squared and 16x, they're both divisible by 4, and they both have an x. So I need x minus 4, leave a little space. I need x minus 4, emphasize the minus again here. So I'm going to take out a negative, and 5 divided by 1 is 5. 20 divided by 4 is 5. So I believe we're up to our answer here. 4x minus 5 times x minus 4 as we finish that factor by grouping. All right, that's not too bad. So we got let's see, 8 times 3, it's negative, so let's use negative 24. And we want the ones that are 2 apart. Okay, so maybe I'm completely stuck and I just don't know what to do. Well, why don't I double the 3 and make it 6? I'll take half of the 8, that gives me 4. And hey, look at that. I now have 4 and 6, which have a difference of 2. And I want to be positive 2. So I'm going to fill it out this way. 8x squared minus 4x plus 6x minus 3. And let's take a look at GCF. 8 and 4 both divisible by 4. And they always have an x for the first one, right? So 2x minus 1. I need 2x minus 1. The signs already match, but 6 divided by 2 is 3, so it must be plus 3, right? 3 divided by 1 is 3, so that works. So 4x plus 3 and 2x minus 1 should wrap this one up as well. All right, looks like we got a couple more here. All right, 4 times 15, it's going to be negative. And that's going to be 4 times 15. Well, if I double 15, it's 30. So this must be 60. So what factors of 60 are 7 apart? 7 apart. Well, maybe I'm not sure. So I do 4 and 15, and I'm like, all right, well, let's try double and half. So I'm going to double my 30. Take half of that, it's 2. Oh, well, that doesn't seem like it's a really good option here. What if I tried 6 and 10? Right, because 6 times 10, so we kind of start over and gives a couple places to go. Well, what if I did, what would we get? We 3 and 20, right? Half of 6, double that. Well, that got me a further spread. I don't really like that direction there. So let's make the 6 into a 12, and that means the 10 has to go into a 5. Hey, there we are. Now we're 7 apart, and we want negative 7. So I'll make negative 12 and plus 5. So 4x squared minus 12x plus 5x minus 15. Plug them in there, GCFs. Another 4x. A lot of 4x's tonight. We need x minus 3 again. The sign's already negative, so that's nice. 5 divided by 1 is 5. So there it is, 4x plus 5 and x minus 3. All right, looks like we got one more here. We want factors of 12, and they need to add up to 7. Factors of 12 that add up to 7. All right, so hopefully you see 3 and 4 right away. Signs are the same, both positive, so plus plus, because that gives me 7. So 2x squared plus 3x plus 4x plus 6. All right, fill in these two factors into the middle. And GCF only an x, so we need 2x plus 3. So we need 2x plus 3 again. 4 divided by 2 is 2. 6 divided by 3 is 2. So I get x plus 2 and 2x plus 3. Right, that's our factoring. We threw in this a value, right? We're going to start using that terminology more, a value. And to get started, we did a times c, the number on the end. That's where we got this one. And our goal is, of course, to try and get the number in the middle, the b value, All right, so that's our factoring, second time through. So let's keep after it.